In the actual main event of the pay-per-view, the PLE, I knew I was going to do it at one point. My fucking brain. I literally have to train myself to say other letters. For fuck's sake. But yes, it was the main event of the PLE. It's the Men's Elimination Chamber. Let's get through the bullshit because you know who's in it. It's CM Punk. It's Seth Rollins. It's John Cena. It's Logan Paul. It's Damian Priest. And it's Drew fucking McIntyre. And I'm going to say this off the bat. This chamber perfectly illustrated the hierarchy of this of the status of all 60 of these motherfuckers right here. I don't know why, but you can copy and paste what I just said 2 seconds ago about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. No, excuse me. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. You can copy and paste Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. I know that's where they're headed. I do not know why. And it better not be for what I think it is. Because if Drew McIntyre has to go to WrestleMania to do a job to Damian Priest simply to force feed that idea, I'm pissed. Enough with the fucking jobbing out Drew McIntyre to get over other people. Get Drew over. He's the one who just hung you up for more money. So you paid the man. Get your money's worth. Stop fucking feeding this motherfucker to people. Left and right. He's Drew McIntyre. You show this man some goddamn respect. I don't have a problem with Damian Priest, but it ain't there yet. It ain't there yet. I'm sorry. It's not there yet. And he is living proof of what I have been telling people for years. Simply being Puerto Rican cannot be your fucking gimmick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm breaking a lot of hearts. I'm sorry. Every Puerto Rican wrestler's gimmick is he's Puerto Rican. It's fucking annoying. We fucking get it. You know how many Puerto Ricans whose gimmick are Puerto Rican and they've never been to Puerto Rico? They've never seen the fucking island. But they come out to the music and they've got the flag on their tights and the headbands and all the whistle and the houso and the what's-its. That's all they fucking do. Hi, my name is Damian Priest and I'm Puerto Rican. That's the whole fucking... Oh, I'm from the Bronx. You know who is proud of the Bronx? People from the fucking Bronx. If you say, I'm from the Bronx, that holds weight here, right? It holds weight here. It might hold some weight in another metropolitan area that has, that kind of culture. If I go to Chicago and like, yeah, he's from the Bronx, they're probably just like, all right, cool, whatever. Like, they're familiar with it. If you go to L.A., they might not be as receptive, but they'll know that's a serious thing. They take it seriously. All right, he's from the Bronx. All right. If you go to fucking Toronto and you go, hi, I'm from the Bronx. They're like, oh, that's cool. that's interesting. Sounds exotic. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck. That's not an everywhere thing. You can't just... Your whole persona can't be, I'm from Puerto Rico. And sure enough, they do a deal with fucking Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is the first guy pinned in this match. I wanted to fucking throw up in my mouth. And then, he's the first one beat. But when they beat Damian Priest, they threw the fucking kitchen sink at Damian Priest. Everybody hit this shit on him to try to get the giant out of there. So then he gets beat. And then here comes Logan Paul. We're down to the 4. Logan Paul gets beat. We're down to the 3, and I'm going to be honest with you. This 3 got interesting. When it was down to these 3, everybody in the house shut up. There was nobody having frivolous conversation when it was down to this 3. Even Danny was like, listen. Now, around this time, his wife, my sister-in-law, Christina, was starting to get a little sleepy. She was closing her eyes. And we live on the other side of Brooklyn, so they got to drive like an hour to get back to Long Island where they live. It's getting late. Now they was just like, well, we got to get ready to go. I was like, okay, no problem. And we gave our hugs and stuff. I didn't realize that in about 30 minutes, his whole life was going to fucking change forever. But he left, and we're watching, and I'm kind of half saying goodbye, but I'm watching these three. I'm watching these three perform and do their thing. We got the nostalgia act. Here comes Punk and Cena with the hugs and then we call them hugs and slugs. You hug it and then you start throwing hands, baby. I respect you, I love you, but fuck you. I'm going to Mania. Let's just start throwing hands. And Rollins is getting involved, and they do stupid psychological stuff like Punk and Cena side by side, and Rollins looks all offended. You chose his side. You chose his side. Yeah, he chose his fucking side, you idiot. God damn it. And they're all going back and forth. Rollins gets beat, but Rollins is taking his sweet time exiting the ring. Punk and Cena have an exchange. Punk lands on the bottom rope with his head exposed, and right before Seth leaves, drops him with the fucking curb stomp on the metal rigging, knocking Punk out. Cena pulls him into the ring. STFU, and not even STFU with like the palms, the big ass forearms he used to use. This nigga put his legs in and then put his ass essentially in a fucking sleeper. It was hilarious. The position, that was the worst STFU he'd ever done, but it still looks so fucking effective. And he's got Punk stretched. They call it. John Cena wins the Elimination Chamber. And Steph wants to murder a small child. Steph was pissed. For long-time fans of the show, you know what this means. And she's not with this decision at all. She's fucking mad. Cena's jumping up and down like a fucking fifth grader who just found the banned candy stash. He's bouncing up and down. He can't control his giddiness. Then the lights turn and Cody comes to the ring to address his future WrestleMania opponent. And then it dawned on me watching Cody come through, oh, wait, he's supposed to respond to The Rock tonight. And he hadn't done it yet. I said, that's weird. Because I remember before the show started, I figured that was going to go after Kevin Owens, but before the main event. So they could bridge it. But they did it immediately after the Chamber, which I thought was weird. So here comes Travis Scott now after Cody gets in the ring. And then The Rock. Mm-hmm. And now all four men are in the ring. And Travis Scott has to be the most interesting man in the world. Because he never grabbed the mic. But I could not take my eyes off of all of the goofy shit he was doing in that ring. Regardless of what anybody said, he just kept doing shit. He's talking to the fans. He's pointing and gyrating. At one point, he lit sage, and he's just trying.
I thought it was weed at first.
I thought so too. But he started like waving it around. He was like he was trying to rid himself of evil spirits. He was just trying to get all of this negativity out of here. He was just like waving it around Cena. Cena was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like he kept like moving over. He had to separate himself because Travis was just doing shit. He never said a word to anybody. He's just sitting there with his bullshit hardcore title, saging the ring, and just being Travis. I don't even know who this. I up until the WrestleMania theme, I swear to God, I've never heard a fucking Travis Scott song in my fucking life. I don't know jack shit about this guy. I know that he's a celebrity. I know that he's king shit for what he does, but I don't know anything about him. But he is slowly winning me over as the most awkward motherfucker I've ever seen in my entire life. He just does good. This is the same dude. This is the same dude that I popped when he started smoking a blunt during Jay's entrance. And nobody fucking said a word about it except for Jay at some point during an interview. And he just does weird shit. So think about this for a second. In the ring right now, Cody Rhodes, The Rock, John Cena, and Travis Scott just all together. And Rock comes in the ring, and I noticed that they completely ignored John. Rock's talking to Cody, Cody's talking to Rock, no one's acknowledging John or for that matter, Travis. But Travis didn't mind. He was all right. He's doing his thing on the side. He's Travis. He's being Travis. But John's overacting everything. He's doing all the facials. He's standing by Cody.
I didn't notice that until hindsight.
Oh, but wait, I'm gonna get to my review.
I'm gonna let you cook, but I just want to make note that like I agree with you, and I didn't notice it until hindsight.
So I noticed it, and I noticed he's overacting, and Rock's doing the whole deal. This is the time. This is your moment. The moment arrives. Time for you to make a decision. Blah blah. Cody does the big amp up, the big build up, and then he hits him with the I gave my soul to this ring and these people a long time ago. And he looks Rock right in the face and he says, "Rock, go fuck yourself." And even Steph just went, whoa, easy, buddy. Jesus Christ. And
I thought Christian was going to sue him.
Oh, you know what? Good fucking point, because I also thought about that too, but I didn't. I was so lost in the moment. He was the first face that popped into my head. But Cena sold that. Like, he said, "Go fuck yourself." And this motherfucker said, "Yeah!" Like, he fucking, like, yes! If he could have filleted Cody at that point, it would have made his night. Cena was just so happy in the whole deal. And one camera switch spoiled it for me. Spoiled it. Right when he said, "Go fuck yourself, Rock." Okay, this is the best way I can describe it to people. No matter who's in the ring, the way you shoot the ring tells the viewer who the main focal point of the conversation is. Even down to the positioning, where everyone is. Travis is in a corner. Rock is in a corner. Cody is in the middle, and Cena's by the rope. Classic, like, bum rush position. But you don't get that vibe because Cena's, like, doing the whole deal or whatever like that. When he says, "Go fuck yourself," the camera starts to go back and forth between Cody's face and Rock's face, and they got tight on Rock's face because he was selling the fact that he was just disrespected. And
Absolutely.
The very next shot was on John. And up until that point, it hadn't focused on John. They only focus on who you're supposed to focus on. So when he said, "Go fuck yourself," and then they tightened up on the Rock shot to show his reaction, and then the camera hit John, I grabbed Steph's shirt. And she goes, "What?" I said, "He's going to hit him." And she said, "What?" I said, "John's going to hit him. That's the point of the camera shot, so the fans can see it." And she was like, "No fucking way. We've been talking about this for years. He's not going to do it." I said, "Steph, I'm looking at the way they're shooting this shit. He's going to hit him." And sure enough, they go in for the hug. Cena looks at the Rock. Rock looks at Cena, and Cena's face drops.
Yep.
And the people pop. But even that pop, that first pop, was not a real pop. They popped with shock. But even in that moment, they weren't fucking sure just yet. They're like,
"It's
no,
not gonna happen.
It's not,
Yeah, it's not
there's
gonna happen.
no way." And then when they backed up and his face got smiley again, and Cody backed up, and then he boots him in the balls, and the fucking planet shook.
Yeah.
And Steph looked at me and said, "How the fuck did you see that?" I said, "It's the camera shot. They spoiled it because they wanted to make sure they were in the right position. He just went to the camera too soon." When the camera focused on John, I said, "Oh, he's going to hit him." That's the exact way that I said it. And even I was like, still having my doubts, but I'm thinking in my head, why else shoot from that side? What does it matter? Because there's been a few times since John's return where he's done the whole oversell thing, but they don't film John. They only film what they're supposed to film. This time they filmed John, and they went, oh, he's going to hit him, and then he did. And went, what the fuck? And you know how Steph is with John Cena. And this whole time, after he kicks him and John's just staring, Steph is staring. Steph is stunned. But she's my wife. So my son comes over to me and goes, is somebody going to tuck me in? And I said, Alex, what's happening right now is game changing. I cannot miss this. My wife gets up and goes, I can miss this, and fucking left. And went to the room with Alex. And
damn, dude.
And so this happened. And then Michael Cole had the wrong call, and Pat had to clarify. So, and I saw a few people online who also got this wrong. It did look like it, but it wasn't. They thought it was brass knucks that he was hitting Cody.
No, it was a watch.
It was the watch. Not a watch. It was the watch. You remember the watch? You remember?
I'm trying to. No,
last year at WrestleMania, when Cody won the championship, and he went to the back, and he was hugging everybody, and they were all congratulating him. Triple H, Bruce Pritchard, a couple people, they pulled Cody off to the side, and they reminded him of a story.
Oh, his dad.
His dad had pawned the watch to get money for the family. And years later, they found the fucking watch and awarded him. They gave him his father's watch at WrestleMania 40. So he won the championship, and he was given his father's watch in the same night. This Saturday, John Cena took that same watch and broke it over Cody Rhodes' head as part of his heel turn.
Crazier.
That is insanity. And I don't know if you've been reading the dirt sheets. I don't know if you've been keeping up on the Google machine. But we have found out that not only was Cody cut open hard way from that belt shot from John, Travis Scott popped Cody Rhodes' eardrum with the smack.
Oh my fucking goodness, dude.
This motherfucking Travis is... this motherfucker needs a reality show, son. He does the weirdest shit. The weirdest shit.
Yeah, that will. If that actually happened, that'll never happen again. They don't need unprofessional people fucking in there. Dude.
Fair. That's a lot of the commentary that I'm seeing online as well, too, that he didn't know... he shouldn't have been invited to do the stuff.
No, that's why he had to, like... You know how when you beating your wife from the back, she trying to get up, so you push her ass down? John Cena had to do that shit too.
So you need to move, nigga.
He said, yo, put your head down. You need to arc that ass up, bro. That's what he had to do to fucking
Travis?
Fucking Travis kept pulling him up, and he was trying to lay his ass down, so he had to reach over and push him down.
It's like leave his.
It's such an awkward. Like when they do the replay, it's like
yeah.
It's such an amazing moment, kind of low key spoiled by some random ass person there.
Just some random dude just fucking around. It's hilarious, but I want to open the floor because I opened the show, and this is where we go full circle. I opened the show with our comments from last week because it popped into my head. We did a what if segment talking about Stone Cold, and miraculously, thankfully, karma would have it that conversation took us to a conversation about John Cena. And the reason that we felt that he was never allowed the opportunity to do exactly this. You had made a strong point about all the stuff that he was doing, why he was doing it, what he had to swallow in order to do it, that he was handcuffed. We said that. He's like, there was nobody more handcuffed than him. He had to play it the way that he was told to play it for the sake of the business and for the sake of his business and for the sake of the company. And he never got that chance to do something different. So, on that note, I walked away from this being genuinely happy because all that stuff that we talked about for the reason why they couldn't do it before is not in place now. This boy is about to have some serious fucking fun. He's about to go deep. He's about to go deep into his bag and do something that he's been dying to do for forever. I only have one problem with this. Just the one. When I heard he was doing a farewell tour, I thought it was literally going to be that. It was going to be the roses, it's the high fives, it's the wave. He's going to go into all these cities and do the shtick one last time, and blah, blah, blah. He just created a whole new character. Yep. That by my measurement, we only have about 9 months to enjoy. Because according to his timetable, he's done in December. Now, if this heel bullshit don't take off, we're going to be glad that it was only December. But if the final boss taught us anything, is that if you do this correctly, you can get a whole new lease on life on this fucking guy. And I don't know if 9 months is going to be enough to really generate what you can from this. A heel Cena is valuable, I think. So unless he plans on being on the road every single week between now and December to really maximize what that could be, we're going to be shortchanged here. Like, for instance, this shit happened on Saturday. He wasn't on Raw, and he's not being advertised for SmackDown. Cody is, but not The Rock and not John Cena. So if we're still doing the part-time gig, I don't know how much momentum we're going to get out of this. I don't like the idea of them pulling. They finally pulled the trigger on this, but now we're not going to have time to flesh this out. So I don't know. Now that it has happened, and you said your piece last week about why it hadn't happened before, but now it has happened. What do you predict is? What do we see moving forward from here? What kind of character are we talking about?
I don't know. I hope he goes full fuck you. I'm gonna go back to when he announced the tour. Right? Announced the this is my last run. Right. Dude, listen, things are done for a reason. And he went out of his way to make a point about how brutal everybody was. He would never say something like that before. You're supposed to ignore it.
Yeah.
But he made a comment to it. So now this is kind of making sense. So I hope, if I'm lucky, I get to witness the most handcuffed person in the whole wide world who did what was best for business, what's best for the people, what's best for the children, what's best for the kids, and none of you motherfuckers appreciate anything. Fuck all of you. And I hope that's the way he goes out. We don't need more than 9 months. Give me 9 months of him shitting. What do you call it when they're being serious, kinda? A shoot?
Yeah, well, it's real.
Or am I getting it backwards?
No, well,
I want him to go out there and shoot that motherfucker up, leave, and don't look back.
Yeah.
That would be the most ultimate. It would be the perfect legacy left behind, dude. And I would love to see him pull that off. And that would be the most legendary fucking Hall of Fame induction. All kinds of crazy shit, man. I think they should put him in the Hall of Fame, but like him not show up. like all kinds of crazy. Like, lean into it, dude. Fuck you guys. Now, obviously they're not gonna do that, but I know. But you know
what you could do, and I've done this before on the show. I'll do it again here. Steph had asked me earlier today before the show. She said, "If you're John, what would that first promo sound like?" Like, what's the tone? What's the context? What are you talking about? And
He already had it.
He already what?
He already had it.
He already
in my eyes.
Oh,
he set the tone.
Would he drop the mic?
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah,
I'm not giving you anything.
No, but at some point he does have to say something.
I understand
yeah.
that. But I'm answering your question.
Yeah.
My first one is fuck you.
Yeah, that drop.
I'll speak when I'm ready.
That drop the mic was.
I'm not giving you nothing.
That drop the mic was fucking perfect. It was perfect. But I told Steph, I said,
that's my answer to that.
If I'm John Cena, and I know I got to talk, and I got to say something at some point, I would just stand, because he's getting booed all the way to the ring. First of all, I would come out no music. No music. Nothing new, nothing old, nothing. I would just walk out. Nothing. My entrance music is the boos and the tears of children. That's my fucking entrance music. And I walk into the ring and I just let them get it out of their system. Just like Roman Reigns did when he got booed out of the building after beating Taker. Just let them fucking do it. Let them fucking do it. And I would pull the mic up and I would just go, "Let's go, Cena." And then they would boo. And then I would turn and change my voice and go, "Cena sucks." Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks. And I would wait a second, let the room get involved in it, and I would just look at him and go, "That's the answer to your question. That's what everyone's asking, right? Why would you do it? Why would you attack Cody? Why would you sell your soul to The Rock?" Because of that. Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks. That was you. Not me. That was you. Year after year, day after day, blood, sweat, and tears, no matter what I did, no matter how hard I pushed. Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks. Right? This is what everybody wanted. Isn't that what you got? You guys have been asking me for years, right? What's the other side? When's the shoe gonna drop? Kane, and I would bring all this shit up. Kane made it his personal mission for me to look into my darker side. There was a whole program around trying to turn Cena heel. There was like a full year where everybody was trying to get him to snap and be a bad guy. Dig into that evil self, right? Everybody was sick of seeing my jean shorts and my sweatbands and my colorful hats. That was the issue for everybody. Doesn't matter how many make-a-wishes I grant. Doesn't matter how many autographs I sign. It doesn't matter how many meet and greets I stay an hour, 2 hours late for to meet everybody. It never really mattered. Because as much as I put this company on my back, as soon as I leave and another kid comes in who did not put this company on his back, that left our good company here, that trashed our company, he comes back and he's the golden boy. He's the guy that everybody loves. I stayed the entire time, worked my ass off, no matter what. What, you're injured for a year and a half? Don't worry, I'll be back in 3 months. Because I don't want to leave the team in need. I go to Hollywood, I come back, mixed reaction. I stay full time, mixed reaction. I won 16 world championships, all for you, mixed reaction. So, this WrestleMania is my last WrestleMania. And I never thought that I would want a 17th world championship. I was fine with the 16. I get to sit in the same room with my hero, my favorite wrestler of all time, Ric Flair. I got a chance to do something special. But I won 16 titles for all of you. All I did was make sure that at this WrestleMania, I get to do something a little bit different. I get to win a 17th world title just for me. And then they boo. And boo for what? I gave you 16. I can't have one? I can't have one thing for me? My whole life is for y'all? I can't have nothing. I can't have one. And why The Rock? That's the next question, right? Very obvious. There's a good chance. 1-1. I could have won 17 on my own. I don't know why people are wondering why I would sell my soul, so to speak, to The Rock. Sell what soul? What am I giving The Rock that I'm not already doing? Was I my own champion when I was the champion? No. I was y'all champion. Was I my own champion or your champion at certain times? No. I was the other guy's champion. We can't say his name on TV. If I was to win at 17 championship at WrestleMania this year, would I still be my own champion or your champion or no, I would be Paul Levesque's champion. So now, what The Rock does is he does what he does. He's the boss of bosses. He's the board of directors. If he states that I'm beholden to no one, then I'm beholden to no one. And that's what I want. I want to be beholden to no one. When I beat Cody Rhodes at Las Vegas, at WrestleMania, and I win the 17th championship, and I break the record, and I become the most decorated superstar in WWE history, and cement my status as the greatest WWE superstar of all time, it will be on my terms, and it will be for me. And if you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. You.
Yeah,
all
right.
of you. Because this is Ultimate Babyface. If he breaks, cat's out of the bag. On Raw, Finn said, what was it Finn said? Was it bullshit or just shit or one or the other? And Cody is saying, fuck, we're out of the bag on this one at this point.
Rhea said fuck you to Bianca and called her a bitch.
Yeah, she did. There you go. So, to your point, Full Throttle, they've got footage for days of the fans booing this man, if people trying to egg him on and to get him to turn that cheek, man. And we'll see. We'll see if that happens or not. I'm excited about where this is going to go. I know it's all the rage right now. Everyone's talking about this. I understand. I get it. But I really am. That's why I'm kind of upset about December. Because, man, I think this can go even further, man. Especially if he's not going to be here full time. We're not going to run it into the ground. He's not here full time. To end it on a December pay-per-view or a PLE of some kind would be fucking... Like, before the Rumble, too? We're going to do something big in the Survivor Series, something in December, and then that's going to be the end of his career? I doubt it. I call bullshit. Especially if this thing takes off. He's going to be here longer if this gimmick takes off. Look at the Final Boss. We're still dealing with the Final Boss right now. That was also supposed to be a one-time thing. It's not. It's spiraled off into some other shit. They've breathed new life into these characters and into these people. So
We'll see.